And now I'm taking parts and separating them into iron and aluminium. And this is where I probably go into, what's it called, fast speed. But I just want to show you, like, I'm taking all the parts and throw them into this solution. That's which those wasn't enough sort process. Thank you. Next step. Because I'm going sometimes right. Is no answering to vegetable they are here. Packings for carburetor, I can still get new ones, so either, because it's with the modern gas and stuff, I'm thinking maybe I will change them all, if I can find all of them. Because old gas was a nicer chemical than modern gas. Modern gas is a bitch. So I'll probably do this cleaning more than once, because as I take it apart, I see that there's more and more parts that needs to be cleaned, and to keep track of it all, I need to put something over today and then maybe again tomorrow. So, this is why I don't trust the renovation that has been done. This piece is supposed to be different. I can see it has had some heat at some point. I think someone welded inside. Also, this bolt comes with a spring clip, while the other ones had these locking clips. So a bolt was missing, someone replaced it with something else. The best thing ever when you find an old bike like this is that everything's untouched, like original, blah blah blah. But a bike that's 60 something years old, you have to be extremely lucky to still find that kind of thing. So as I mentioned in another video, it was renovated. I can see a lot of bolts have been manufactured to fit. So if you see that one, it's not a very nice cut. It looks original because it has a flange head, which usually indicate, because they're more expensive, but someone cut it. I'm not gonna take that more apart. forgot that there's gas in this. Okay. I'll just pause it here and get back. You know. Okay, just go off right. This is a mixture, aluminium, metal. I will try to keep it as this because it's tight. Also, it's funny because it's a Danish, which is quite unusual. Usually they're blank or German. Usually, this is thin metal, what's it called? Copper anodized or something, and then chromed, and then it would be painted in. I think they were blue in the Victoria and red in the background. I have to look that up, but I will throw in the metal, and actually I will put it with the screws in, just to make sure I don't mix them up with some of the other small signature signs. So, what do we have? Fuck. That's not good. That Just for the information, I actually have another one like it that I bought somehow a long time ago. Okay, so this was good that we did this. Ugh. Nasty. This was good that we did this because this proved to me that the renovation was really badly done. Here you see it was painted in overload of color. This has never been off, or hadn't been off at the renovation, and this is raw metal, so it's rusting underneath. So they did the effort of sandblasting it, so then just mounted and put on top. I'm not gonna say much because I know the previous owner who did this is on YouTube. But it's a little lazy job there. And same story. And these, in general, very popular to do this in the 50s, German bikes, to have knee pads. Yeah. But they rust. They just disappear, disintegrate. So painting is a good idea. I know that you can buy semi-new reproduction things, but I will try to keep it. Raw metal. And a broken bolt. I will try to put in a drill in and then get it back, but that's not going to be in video because it's a pain. And then this is kind of odd. This one is not screwed on, but yeah, not screwed, but like this machine. And I don't think they did that because, as I said, I have another one And that's normal screws. I've never seen that they have been, what's it called? Yeah, there's no head. I can't take them off. So again, a little drill, get them out. Otherwise, the tank is pretty nice. I'm a little in doubt because of the previous renovation. Should I sandblast it again? Or should I try to use paint stripper and just try to go back to the sandblasting? And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I have special finger screws that you can't screw with your fingers. Let's see, 7 minutes. Okay, so I'll just put the bath over now. Stop the video and put some more things in for tomorrow. So tomorrow there will be an update. The carburetor will be looking nice. Make it shiny. Same with the engine cover. It is already pretty shiny because it's outside, but there's also an inside that people tend to forget. So what I'm going to do is take this evaporust, just cover it up. I'm not gonna like cover it up like a dish, but just to make sure that it goes all the way up. Yeah, I don't think it evaporates. So. Oh. I'm just gonna move the camera so you might have a chance to see what's going on. So according to evaporust, and I used it before, you can reuse it. So when I'm done here, I'm gonna pour it back in. Workshops you see, of course there's beer, but all workshops you see have a pot for heating up water, and you think, hey, it's for coffee. No, of course not. We drink beer. So I'm heating 2 liters of water, and then this thing is a little bit of an acid thing. I've seen some people criticize it for removing the aluminium, so I really don't want to do that. So I'm just going to use like a tablespoon and then water for the rest. And I think I have to end here because I have 4 minutes battery left. Alright, see you next video. Okay, so it's day 2 now. And I've had to come down last night and take out all the aluminium because it was getting oxidized. So the plan today is to clean it from the oxalic acid and give it some polishing. That will be thrown out. I'm not sure about its effectiveness. Well, that screw came loose. It was stuck yesterday. So the evaporust though, let's have a look. This was all brown from rust yesterday. This needs to be rinsed in water afterwards. This totally rusted inside. And down in the threads too. Looks much better. I'm curious about it. Like this was also a bit rusty. I took it off in after I turned off the camera. But this looks great. Like new. Awesome. Very, very awesome. This product is amazing. So that's evaporust. It seems to also do some good to brass. I took out the brass from the carburetor, and all the green stuff is just gone. So now I'll pour this out, put water in, rinse it in water. Then I'm probably gonna do a little petroleum cleaning, because it hasn't cleaned all the way because there was oil gunk from the chain still in here. If you look over on the bike, I took off all the steering components and the headlamp. So now I'm down to taking off the front wheel and the engine, and that's hopefully the plan for today. I will let the camera run and see if there's anything interesting when I'm done. By the way, I have more space and battery on today, so it might be a longer recording. Also an interesting thing, these British spotlights, they seem to be aluminium that has been chromed, which I've not been familiar with, but the oxide acid, supposed to clean aluminium, probably cleans like, what's it called, oxidized aluminium and aluminium spots. We'll see when we get to that. But it also creates oxidation inside. So that's a bit interesting. So and the aluminium part definitely needs to be rinsed from this acid because it seems to work longer than it was in there. But anyway, now water rinsing. So these plates, it has gone underneath the, yesterday there was a bunch of bubbly rust underneath the original paint, so this is the original paint obviously, and so this evaporust have dissolved the rust, which is kind of good. The paint is falling off, and so we can actually get to where we need to fix clean rust off. All the rust becomes like black instead of orange. And so one thing, after cleaning with water, you need to dry it because it will rust as fast again. If you don't clean it right away, it will be rusty tomorrow. Not as deep as 50 years of rust, but a day. You still need to clean it. Get rid of you. Give one. So this didn't go well. It's a little bit nicer, but yeah. So I will try to clean it off totally and then just dip in black and then sand it over afterwards and get an almost new look. But it took off the black, basically. Alright, but this is still active, so we can reuse that. So I'll put it over here and just dump stuff in during the day. Among them, these two. And now, I need to dry all these off because rust. I just got rid of it and it will be back if I don't do anything now. I think you should make sure. Actually, when I did it last time, what I did was to do like what I'm doing now, and then VD40 to VD40 is for disposing of water disposal. So that might be what I do. Just to make sure it doesn't lay here and rust while I dry them off and put them in places. I'm just gonna switch off the camera and do my thing.